All right, this is your intro to bowing. So if you bowed for a while now, you can still use this video. It's still helpful. All right, always good to review old things that you know. Okay, and if you're new to this, this will be your video to help you get there. All right, so the first thing we're gonna do is set down both our bow and our violin, which sounds kind of weird. And we're gonna stick out our left arm in front of us. It's this one. And then your right hand is gonna go on your left shoulder. So left hand out, right hand on your left hand shoulder, your left arm shoulder. All right. So, and the first thing we're going to do is we're going to soap. I call this soaping. It's like you're washing your body. You can call it something else if you'd like. All right. So we're going to soap, and we're just going to do basic pepperoni pizza right now. So we get the idea. So pepperoni pizza bowing, pepperoni pizza. We're going to always end at the shoulder. Pepperoni pizza. All right, make sure that your left arm is straight and out in front of you, not to the side. Ooh, that'd be difficult. That's like a stretch right there. Right out in front of you, not down here, not up here, right out in front of you. And your bow arm, your right arm, is a nice square or a triangle. We'll say triangle. All right, and we're gonna do our pepperoni pizza. Ready? Go. Pepperoni pizza. Pepperoni pizza, pepperoni pizza, pepperoni pizza. All right, so once you've soaped, you should always soap before you play, especially if you're just starting out. It's going to be really helpful for your bow arm to remember. Okay, so that's the first thing you're going to do. The second thing you're going to do is you're going to take your bow, you're going to make an awesome bow hold. If you don't know how, or you've forgotten, or if you're not sure if yours is still perfect, go back to my other video and double check it. All right, so we're gonna put our bow not right on our, we're gonna float. We're gonna float over our shoulder with our awesome bow hold. See it? All right, and you can do this in front of a mirror. In fact, it might be really good so that you can actually see it. I can see it because I'm looking at myself in a camera, but you might want something to help you out. So you're going to do your pepperoni pizzas, pepperoni pizza, pepperoni pizza over your shoulder. So make sure that your elbow's not out here. You're not going to be able to stay over your shoulder. You want to go straight up and down, or straight out and straight back. Pepperoni pizza, pepperoni pizza. All right, so do that every time before you play every time as well. This is a really great way to get your hand nice and strong and for your elbow to remember exactly what it's doing, because we don't want to do this. This is chicken bowing. We don't want any shoulder extraness. All right, we want it to go mostly be our elbow and our wrist. See that? I can put my hand on my shoulder and it's not moving. All right, so that's your second thing you're gonna practice. Once you've done that, you can jump to your violin. So we're gonna go with just open A for now. So have an awesome bow hold, and make sure your violin is all the way on your shoulder, not out in front of you, not, I don't know, I have actually seen someone do this, so not way up here, nice and on your shoulder and pointing to your wall. All right, you want to make sure your violin is also not going down like this or up like this, nice and flat like a table. Okay, so you're gonna set your bow on the string in the middle for our pepperoni pizza. Okay, and you're gonna make sure your bow is right next to your bridge. And when I say right next to, I want it straight up and down, just like our bridge. So it's not going to be at this angle, not going to be at this angle. It's going to be straight up and down. And straight up and down with the bridge, it's called parallel, when two things are right next to each other going up and down. Okay, so Our bridge and our bow are going to be parallel to each other every time we bow. So if you're all set up, your bow, you have an awesome bow hold, you can double check it before you start playing, and your violin is nice and tall, you're going to play your first pepperoni pizza. Play one at a time, and we're going to make sure our string is nice, our bow is nice and into the string, so we don't get an airy sound. So here's our first attempt. Ready? Go. Pepperoni pizza. All right. If you're sounded a little bit like this, there are a couple things that could be happening. One, you haven't played very long and you need to practice like everyone does. Two, your bow might be at an angle. It might not be parallel with your bridge. It might not be straight up and down with your bridge. So you need to watch yourself in a mirror and make sure when you're going up and down, it's staying right next to your bridge. If it's at this angle, listen to the difference. Not a great sound. If I'm at this angle, not a great sound. So you've got to be straight up and down or parallel with your bridge to get a good sound. The second thing is you need to make sure that your string, your bow hair is right into the string. So if it's not, you're going to get a sound like this. Kind of sad sounding, really. And it was straight up and down, but it still didn't sound good. So you got to use your first finger and you got to dig into your string just a little bit. See how my stick is going up and down just a little bit? I want it into the string. All right, so here's our pepperoni pizza with our parallel bow and digging nice into the string. Ready? Go. All right, so that's your introduction to bowing. Do all of those steps as many times as you can. So if you get to the last step and you're like, that's not super great, jump back a step. If you're like, I think I need a little more practicing soaping, jump back to the first step. You can do them in all sorts of order so that your bow arm is getting super solid and staying nice and straight. All right, happy practicing.